Hello and welcome to a long overdue video. In this video I'm going to be going through 25k worth of stock I won at auction. I actually bid 125 or thereabouts. If we're going to round it, I think it might be about 127, but I don't know the exact numbers on me, and I also couldn't check that either because I delete the bids as I go along, so let's just call it 125. There's going to be gold, silver and copper nickel. There's also some very interesting oddities. I can't think of the correct word, but I will go through them. Let's get into it. So this came as, it was this, and it was also, I believe, either this or this, but I will go through that later. There's a half gram, $2.5 Indian. I'm always buying these. If I'm buying for the right price, I'm buying them. 2 alternate mint sovereigns. Don't have a problem buying these either. Some of these have been sold, by the way. I will go through what's what. There was 2 10 marks. I seem to be building a collection of these. I have 2 from Baden-Württemberg. Oh, Württemberg. I think it was, the Baden was joined later on. I might keep these, I don't know. I'm starting to replenish stuff and put it in the bank vault because of my change of plans. Sovereigns, plenty of sovereigns. So I ended up winning, I think it was 10 sovereigns and 4 halves plus the 2 alternate mints. Now these have already been sold, all of them. In terms of the, one second. In terms of the sovereigns and half sovereigns, they've all gone. Because I put so much money down, I try and forward sell these. I've always got a long list of people who are buying. I think they did pretty well as well because I tend to look after my regulars. For those of you who watch my videos, you know I'm getting a bit frustrated with the people who just lowball me, but if I've got a good relationship with you, I try and do my best. So I think it was one gentleman bought 5, one gentleman bought the halves, which I will show you, and 2, and I'm trading 3 for 22.5 grams with another gentleman. He's also sending me some stock in return, or some bars in return. I think he's going to send some coins as well, but I'm not 100% sure. 10th, although sadly that's been tested, doesn't matter, it's still a 10th. I did very well on these sovereigns. I actually did so well that it meant that I could take risks further down the auction. Two halves. Nothing special, they're just bullion. Although this day and age, the price has gone insane. I'm not really going to talk about the price on this video. Cool, that's nice. Gentleman's going to be very happy with that. It's the only problem about forward selling. Sometimes you let things go slightly cheap, but that's the luck of the draw. And last but not least, why this one is in a bag and the others are not, I'm not entirely sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, maybe I got that wrong. I will certainly check the... Right, so it's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I've got 2 sovereigns left. I might keep them, I'm undecided. For some reason I thought I'd sold them all. Saying that, it's been a very intense period for me. I've had a lot going on, so I'd rather be right. I'd rather be wrong and have some left over than wrong and oversell my allocation. I did that in the past by mistake, and thankfully I've always had, as a whole, pretty good clients, and I just had to be upfront about it. 3 halves. Let's get into the other bits that came in. So There was this 2013 quarter. I don't really understand this. A mintage at 10,000. I know that isn't true. So maybe 10,000 this presentation style, which I think is a bit cheeky if you're doing it that way. There's another half which I will show you. I believe this come from the same gentleman. Yeah, so this one and the really nice half are going to the same gentleman. I think he's done pretty well on this. But in situations like that, I think I've been trading coins for so long that I'm happy for people to have their wins, you know. There's nothing wrong with having a good rapport with your clients. 2010 proof set. These come in cheap enough that I could sell them for bullion if I wish to. Make of that what you will. So there's that set. This is going for grading. This is a 1914 $5. This came in. I'm trying to move away from the 1 ounce ish size coins. I think moving forward, they're just not going to work. I think a lot of them will get melted down rightly or wrongly. I'd rather they melt a Krug down than one of these though. But I don't think it's sustainable for people to be buying them anymore. But if they're coming cheap enough, I'm a buyer. Quarter. That's a bit cheeky. MS65. Yeah, of course it is. It's come from the mint. It's got a really dubious COA. See, I could do this if I really wanted to, but what's the point? You know, it's like the people who talk about, say, the gold price with authority. Oh, you should do this or you should do that. You know, it's just words. You don't need this. Anyone worth their weight in salt knows that it should be a 68 minimum if it's come straight from the mint. Doesn't need the fancy packaging, but they use their clout to upsell it, which I don't really agree with, but I guess that's why some people are stonkingly rich and I'm just doing very well. Quarter. Eighth. I think these will start becoming a thing from the Royal Mint. I think they'll do 1 gram Britannias as well. You heard it here first. Let's get into the coins I will potentially grade. Okay, nope, there's still a few bullionish coins. This came in. This is cool. Half a gram, 999. I won some really good things, really good things. 2009 proof quarter. You've all seen one of these. These are probably the most popular ones. First year they came out. Right, are we on the gradable coins? You're in for a real treat in a minute, that's for sure. I bought something for me. Ah, no, there's more. There's more. 10 times 1 gram. Another small gold. Bit of small gold. The small gold things usually come in that they're bundled up with something, and it just comes in. This I was bidding after 2 lots of these. This one hit the sweet spot. The other one went for another bid. I wasn't prepared to pay the extra on it. I could have made money on it, but also I'm not a bank. I simply can't afford to buy everything. For the record, when I say I put 125 bids on, anything above 40, I was in trouble. And that's not 40k of my own money. You need to understand that. That's my cash flow, my overdraft, and the clients who wanted things up front. So make of that what you will. The cash flow isn't there. I'm not sitting on hundreds of thousands of pounds like some of these companies. Some of them got even more money. I just play it smart. This is going for grading. This is a 1990. I could sell this. I reckon it's about 450 loose at the moment. That's on the capsule. But this will go for grading. Now, in terms of sending things for grading, I was going to stop, but my situation's, it's treading water at the moment for reasons I don't particularly want to go into. Something else has happened. I don't really want to talk about on camera, but so I'm just treading water, and it's like, well, if I got the time to send it, there will be things worth grading. Again, 2016 proof, key date. That's on the capsule, so this has got a good chance. I think a 70's worth 500 plus. Same for the 1990. So I do have wiggle room on these for grading. I've got upside and I've got wiggle room should it go wrong. Right, the next coin. Wow, what do I even say about this? So I bought this for me. I saw it and I went, I just want that. I want it in my collection. I overpaid for it, and then when I saw it, I went, actually, no, I think I've got this for a steal. This is a half Escudo. This is the second one that I've personally had in. I sold the other one. I won't be selling this one, but this will be going for grading. Sometimes you need to understand, guys, that and girls, sometimes I just grade things because I want it protected and it's uniform for me. Now this is a perfect candidate for grading. Look at that. I was saying to my American guy, because we tend to have similar taste, I think this is an AU58 to an MS61. So, and the thing I really like about this, and you don't see this often, this piece of paper looks pretty newish, doesn't it? 1967. So the guy who owned this has put this, you'd think, in a lockbox or a safe. The quality is absolutely wonderful, and I think this really adds to the appeal of it myself. Look how good the rings are. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the grade is. I might ask to get this in a black holder and have my name put on it. I'm not sure, but over the moon. I paid strong money for it, but I'm over the moon to have bought it. Right, let's get into the other things. I can't go through everything because there's a lot of loose coins. This lot here was an absolute steal. So they listed it like this. Auctioneer's not doing their job properly. It's gone for £60 plus hammer. It's insane. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is a shipwreck silver coin. It doesn't have the appeal of other shipwreck coins. Don't know why that is. Actually, I do know why. Gibraltar, that's why. But it's still a shipwreck coin. 60 plus hammer, right? I end up getting a silver $half in that. A Britannia. 2 Olympic crowns. And 5 other crowns. There might be 225 to 250 pounds worth of coins there. So that's been a real win for me personally. I always get pretty much from this auction here, I get pretty much one free roll of the dice in terms of they don't do their job properly. I hope they're not watching this. But on this occasion, I'm going to make a day and a half worth of wages. Fantastic for me, not so good for the seller. Do it like this. So there's that. I'm going to put this down here. Oh, where do I begin? So much. Let's start with this. Alright. There was some banknotes. I won't go through them because I've already put them away. I probably slightly overpaid for these, but I'm okay with that. There's absolutely loads of them. I think there's like 60 or 70 of them. Don't quote me. I just know I worked out the numbers and I was like, it'd be there or thereabouts. These are really cool. I like them because they're a nice size. They're a decent amount of silver in them. I think some of them got 20 grams of silver in them. So it's not the end of the world. They also come in a red purse. It's a makeup bag, max factor. Fair enough. So loads of these. I won't go for them all, but gives you a general idea. Any currency coins like this, I'm always a buyer. I did get them under spot, but not by much. And I think spot has drifted down a little, which is fine. I'll always buy lots like this if they come up cheap though, because they're not really hard to move at the right price point. There was loads of bits like this. I need to sort it. So there's value in this. You know, it won't be crazy, but it's like picking a pound up off the floor. You know, krona from Sweden. Now the currencies I love, and I've already taken them out. I really love the Swiss francs. You get a 5 Swiss franc, it's currently worth a fiver, believe it or not. And if you're incredibly lucky, that 5 Swiss franc will be made of silver. So it's worth even more. I'm not going to go through all of that stuff though. I think it would be a bit tedious. There was silver, which I've already bagged up. It come in, like, lots of bags come in like this. Some currently separate them out. So I've got pots for the old copper coins. I probably added a few kilos of those, the British stuff. Aluminium coins I've got pots for, just like them. Bit of gold, bit of silver. Now you may be wondering why I've bought random lots. There is a method to the madness. So these days, if I can buy something and the silver covers it, everything else is a free carry, right? But I'm a business that relies heavily on using postage, so it all moves it. So this came in with that lot. This is an ounce of silver. I did check it on the slide. Again, more silver. Cook Island, I think this is like 20 grams. So I'm now working in a way where I'm getting loads of random things in. If I can't sell it, there's an auction house within walking distance of my house. I've been testing them out, just moving bits. And in all honesty, I've kind of enjoyed it. It's been quite a fun experience. There was some key coins that will go for grading. So this here is a 5 krona, I believe, from Liechtenstein. I'm not sure this will straight grade. It's still worth grading, even if it doesn't straight grade. I paid strong money on this, but because it come as a whole and there was silver in it and there's other bits in it, I think this coin owes me £100. And some of these, they go for mega, like serious money. This coin, I'm looking at the lot, and it come with a lot of the loose stuff like banknotes and currency coins. It had some Swiss francs, it had some USA coins, some Canadian. It had some share certificates, which I'll show you in a bit. This is going for grading. This also commands quite a lot of money, but the spread's very wide. I potentially got a buyer for this. I believe this owes me about 50 once I sell everything else, if everything sells for what I think it will. Very, very nice coin. Very rare coin. You won't see many of these. I know you won't, because my guy is very knowledgeable, and he went, "Oh, what's that?" And I went, "Yeah, I thought that would catch your eye." This, I might just grade for me. Is it going to add value? Well, looking at the report on NGC, potentially not. I just quite like it, to be honest. So these were key coins. Well, this not so much, but the krona and the Bhutan peacock. I've got some share certificates. crazy. Havana, let's see if I can get it in. Havana Marine Terminals. There's 10 of these. These are worth about 30 quid for the 10. Again, I wasn't really interested in these. I was interested in the other things. A couple more things to show you, and then I think that'll be the lot. We are 20 minutes in. I bought a 2012. This is a bit beat up. I don't know if I can get it in on camera actually. Nah, I'll pick the coins up and show you, but $2012 premium set. I think I paid 60 plus hammer. I think it's worth about 125, but I might struggle with this one. I had one of these sets many moons ago, and I sold it to a client on YouTube, and I thought we hit it off. I thought we did pretty well, but it was bizarre. He was under the impression it was missing one of these, and when I did the research, I was like, well, it's not. It's just not. And he was having none of it, and he ended up sending it back to my accountants, because my registered office is my accountants for many reasons. I don't know what this is. I think it's just a box, to be honest. But my accountant had moved. Oh, that's nice. Gloves. No, that's a really... I've not seen that before. Yeah, it was just a bit of a mess. So he sent it back, and I don't know what's going on. I think he got cold feet, buyer's remorse, and just wanted to send it back. But to say I was not happy would be an understatement. You know, if someone, like, it happened recently. So someone bought, they were not dimes, they were quarters, but they were the state quarters. And they sent me a message a few hours later saying, oh, they're not silver, are they? And I went, well, no, I put them up at 150 a coin because they're collector's coins. Don't know if that's a cat hair. And she was like, oh. And I just said, look, do you just want a refund on it? I'd rather you be happy. But they went about it the right way. They just made an error. But I don't like this whole game playing. But I might do okay on this, I might not. The box has seen better days. And last but not least, it wouldn't be one of my videos if I had not bought some dollars to show you. So I bought a batch of 20. I'm edging towards my goal. Some of these are probably worth grading, although I'm getting to the point where I'm grading for me because I like to store them like that. Is there a financial case to grade them? Some people may or may not disagree. I do like this set though. This guy is a bit of a donut though, because he's put one in this cap where they all should have been in caps like this, because you can just ping them out. They've got a little groove where you push it down, they pop up. Very clever box design. So let's go through them. I'm not apologising for being 25 minutes. So there's 3 of these. I didn't really want these, but it's okay, you know. I'm not too bummed about getting these because I was after the other coins. Peace dollars. Some of these are nice. I don't think there's any key dates, mind you. We shall see. Lovely that. Cordy. That's lovely. I might grade that. Like when I grade things, I'm not particularly looking for certain grades. I know some people are like, you shouldn't grade below a certain grade, or you should aim for a certain grade. For me, it's, does it have eye appeal? Will I get enjoyment out of it? If the answer is yes, I don't mind having a pop at it. Not everything I have has come up trumps. In terms of the pricing though, again, I was very happy with the pricing of this. I will check it. 1 sec. Oh, that's easy to work out. I paid 31 a coin across the board. I don't think that's too shabby myself, especially considering where Spot's gone. $35. There's some Morgans. Cool, look at that. Nice. Great in that. Ah, beautiful coin. I think when I buy these sets, I don't mind taking a punt sometimes. You never know, you might hit lucky with a key day or a nice grade. So I've been sending in dollars quite a lot of late just to kind of learn how they grade. So not everything's going to be a win, but it's more, I'm hoping my collection gets a bit better over time with these. So I think it puts me up, I think I'm on about 150 silver dollars, although I'm not entirely sure. They are on a spreadsheet, but they are on the bank. So yeah, make of that what you will. Now, for anyone who knows me, they know I like to show you my favorite. It's got to be this. Absolutely wonderful coin. I'll keep you posted because I want to know what the grade is for this myself. Let's see. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been a really long one. Yeah, take care guys. Bye.